Okay, so for the North Node series, we need to start at the beginning, at the creation, at the Big Bang. And the beginning is going to be Aries. So this video is going to be about the Aries North Node. And you can see the dates. I will have the dates posted so you can see if this is your North Node or somebody you're close to North Node. And like sometimes it helps too to know other people's astrological lineup to help us have, a better relationships with them, better understanding with them, and kind of know their makeup a little bit better. So if you or somebody you know has a birthday in listed above in that time frame, then that would be an Aries North Node. Now, I do want to mention this is not your sun sign. Everybody pretty much knows what their sun sign is, and that's not what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about a placement in astrology that kind of shows the energy that you need to grow to. And I also want to say that this is not the whole picture. So this is going to be the sign that your North Node is in. But to know the other half of the picture, you would need to know which house it's in. And that's going to be based off of your birth time. So if you know your birth time, feel free to message me with that. I love that kind of information. And I can also tell you which house your North Node is in. So all that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So for Aries North Node, Aries is the I am. We can see here, picture. So if you have an Aries North Node, that means that your South Node is going to be in Libra. And your South Node is the energy that makes you feel comfortable. It's the energy that you run to, and it's the energy that keeps you stagnant that we want to be moving away from and growing more towards Aries energy. Now, a lot of people are going to have to work on selfishness in this lifetime. But luckily for you, you don't have that problem. So you get to kind of embrace selfishness a little bit. And let's dig a little bit deeper into that to know what I'm talking about. So you have already mastered the energy of putting other people first, seeing where other people are coming from, getting their input, basing your decisions off of what they want. So you've already mastered that energy. Now it is time for you to be a little bit more assertive. What do you want? Like going with your impulses more of like what it is that you want to do. So no more like trying to please everybody else. This is about numero uno now. Some of the things that you might struggle with or you might notice in your life is sometimes you might build resentments towards people because Libra energy is very much about playing fair and justice. And you might notice that the world isn't really built like that. So you might have a lot of unverbalized expectations with people. So for example, say your buddy wants to borrow your car or something like that, and you're thinking to yourself like, yeah, I'll let him borrow my car, and certainly he's gonna fill up the gas tank before he brings it back. So you let your friend borrow your car, and what do you know, he brings it back on E. And then now you're pissed and you're resentful because he wasn't being fair. But guess what? You never verbalized that expectation. So it's learning in situations like that, learning to say like, hey, sure, you could borrow my car, but I'm gonna need you to fill up the tank before you get back. And that's what is called assertiveness. And it's not anything mean about it. It's nothing wrong with that. In fact, that's what you're here to do, that more and more. Also, you might struggle with a little bit of hypersensitivity, especially in partnerships. So you might, if your partner is having a bad day or they're in a bad mood, you might take it on yourself, take it personally, take it as an attack against you, And then even go a step further and manipulate the situation to change that person's mood, so that you can have, you know, harmony, which Libras love, that harmony type of vibe. But that kind of behavior is doing yourself a disjustice, and the other person a disjustice. A person has the right to deal with their moods on their own, work it out on their own, and that will help them, you know, for their own self-discovery and their own self-awareness. And also too, you know, worry about yourself. So that's one of the things that you might struggle with. Another thing is going to be not passing the baton. So Aries energy is it is here to get things started. It's the initiator and creator. So with this whole fairness vibe and justice vibe that Libra has, a lot of times Aries might have these, you know, super great ideas, like one after another. They have these ideas, but then they also want to see those ideas all the way through to completion. And that's not what you're here for. You're here to get the idea started and then pass it on to the next person who can complete it. And that's what you're here for. A reason that Aries North Node might struggle with this is because they want to make sure that they get credit for their original idea, because that is the fair thing. But if you go within this energy, plant the seed, get the ball rolling, and then pass the baton, you will see that your brilliant ideas will get the credit that they deserve. And if you don't decide to go along in that with that type of vibe, you might notice a whole bunch of brilliant ideas getting thrown down the drain and getting wasted. So what a shame that would be. One way that you can know if you're on track and you're on the right path with what you're here to do, which is more selfishness. So you can always, you know, kind of ask yourself, like, kind of check your motives. So your motive should actually be making decisions off of your own self-satisfaction. So when you're making a move, when you're doing something, when you're making a decision, you stop and ask yourself, am I doing this because it's what I want to do? Am I doing this for me? Or am I doing this for acceptance and approval of another person? If you're doing it for the approval of somebody else or the acceptance of somebody else, you're on the wrong track. So that's a good way to kind of gauge your temperature and just see, okay, let me do this for me. Am I doing this for my own self-satisfaction? And that will get you on the right path, and you'll see that things will start working for you more naturally. Yourself will be happier and the people around you will be happier. Like, to kind of piggyback off of that, like I said, like, that Libra energy is very known for being indecisive, asking for other people's input and everything. You are here to learn how to believe in your own first instincts, your own impulsions, your own judgment. So just believing in yourself and your first impulses, not deliberating on it, going back and forth, asking every Tom, Dick, and Harry their opinion. Like, go for it. A decision is not the end all be all to things. And experiment. See if it works out. If it works out, great. Like, if it works out the way you want it to, great. Like, you're growing your confidence, you're believing in your decisions more. If it doesn't work out, it was an experiment, and like, you'll try again next time with your next impulse. So going with your first impulse is going to be a big thing for you to strive for as an Aries North Node. Another thing is, like, Aries is more be about it than talk about it. So with Libra energy, with the South Node energy, you know, they like things to be very pleasant and harmonious and sound beautiful, and it's really just a whole bunch of sweet nothings. Like, don't talk about it, be about it. Let your actions speak. That's dependency on words. Also, you want to avoid codependency on your partner, and even taking on their identity and things like that. Give your partner space, and you want to make sure that you're taking time alone for yourself too. You take time alone in your own environment with your own things that kind of like represent your personality, so you could be more in tune with yourself and self identity, self awareness. This is a self North Node. It's about you discovering yourself. So just time alone will help you with this, and giving your partner a little space. That will also help you understand them more. If you're all up in their face and everything, trying to manipulate their moods and do all of that, like it's gonna cause friction, and it's gonna have an outcome that you didn't really want to happen. So try giving them a little bit of space, and also taking time for yourself. And one more thing that I want to add about the Aries North Node is routine. Like being active is going to be very important. This is a fire sign. Like they're active, they're on the go, they're about it, they're impulsive, just do it. And then also something that can help you with all of the unfairness in the world is going to be like developing a routine. So maybe like once a week you go shopping with your girlfriends, or you go to the movies with your girlfriends at like a certain time, a certain movie theater. Like try to have a few things in your life that are scheduled a certain time, a certain day. That will help you release like the resentment with the world in regard to like unfairness, because it will be something that you can always depend upon. So yeah, those are a few key, a few things of the Aries North Node, and I'm sure I forgot so much stuff that I wanted to mention, but a few key takeaways that are going to be very important for this placement. You are the one that plants the seed. So you think of the ideas, you're the leader, the generator, the idea creator. You plant the seed, then you let it grow. You pass it on and let it grow. It's all about self-discovery. So learning who you are, practice, saying things like, I am this, I do this, I like this. You are the I am. Check your motives. You want to make sure you're doing things for self-satisfaction. Simple as that. Yay, go you. Aren't you lucky? So, and then last but finally not least, I probably said this a few times because it is the most important thing. You are here to find your I am. That's the number one. Your I am. So self-discovery. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. I will add the little notes that I had in case anybody is really interested and they want to save that for themselves. I'll add that at the end, and that's all there is to that for now. Thank you.